Hi everyone, welcome to our Appulate 13 Producer Connect Premium live training. And my name is Anastasia. I'm your agent ambassador and I manage your account. Please let me know if you can see my screen before we will start so we could move on further. Just type in our question section plus or that you can see my screen and we can move on further. Uh-huh. Jane, thank you so much. All right. Marilyn, thank you so much. I think we can move on. As I've already mentioned, my name is, for those who don't know me and we didn't have a chance to meet personally. So this is my name. My name is Anastasia Gumenikova, and below you can also see two my email addresses that you can use to reach out to me for one-on-one sessions and below, you can also see our support email address for technical questions. And today, during this training, we will take a look on our main workflow process, focusing on some new features. Plus, yes, since it's a live question and answer session, feel free to ask your questions and we will address them. All right, let's get started. And I will move on to my main landing page as if I'm an agent. So most of you already familiar with the main process, but there might be someone who has just started. So let's take a look. This is your first page where you keep all your agents records, all your insurance records. This information contains basic details about your insurance, plus this record also contain different quote requests associated with this insured. So as you can see in this particular example, I have one active request for workers' compensation. I will remove this record just to show you the way you can start creating new ones. So if you are brand new with Appulate, you will have this page. It will be very blank and the system will ask you to create an insured, and we have two buttons here. The one is in the middle and the one is located in the upper right hand corner. And this options helps you to create insurance manually. So you type all the information within this page and then you just click create insured. So you can bypass all these fields if you are not sure about this information at this moment, but please make sure that the fields that are with red asterisks are filled in. So let's quickly do it together. And then you will be redirected to the insured profile page. Here you have the profile box. It grayed out, but this information displayed to you all details about your customer. You can edit this information by clicking this pencil icon. Further, when you're ready to move on, we have this request new quote button, and this button helps you to create a new request for quote for a specific business line or package right within this page. So simply steps are the same. Just make sure that these red asterisk gaps are filled in. Yeah, so for example, here the system asks us to complete the business line, and then you can click request, create request button. So this is the first method on how you can work with your insured records. But I think most of you already uses our Appulate Uplink tool that allows you to create insured right through your Accord form in just few seconds, just few clicks. This tool, for those who is not familiar with this tool, you can find this under the Tools button, and this is the option that is called Appulate Uplink. So click here to download it on your computer. In my specific case, it's for macOS, but it's also compatible with Windows. So once it is on your computer, you can take an Accord form and bridge it to Appulate, and the system will create a brand new insurance record. It will be displayed here with the call request itself, and all the details also will be breached. This is one of the methods that exists in our platform for over or even more than 10 years. But we recently released one great feature that allows you to create a new insurance record, a new core request right through your Appulate landing page, right through this page. And you can see this button is grayed out, but you can click on it. And it allows to upload an Accord form right from your computer to this website. So let's give it a try. So you just click this button and then you select the needed Accord form from your computer. Then you click open, and the system opens another browser window, browser tab, and you can see the business line is identified automatically. This is workers' compensation for this particular case. And we are okay with it. We just click continue. And then the system bridges everything to your Appulate account. And you can see the insured information is listed in the upper left-hand corner. This is our insured name. We can click on it, and then we will be redirected to the profile page where you can see these details. And in the middle of the page, this is our call request. So let's move on to this call request and check the details and information the way it has been breached. Other important moments that I want to highlight here is workers' compensation abbreviations will be listed next to this folder. Let's imagine that you work with several business lines with the package. You can click, in this case, you can click to on this folder icon and select or deselect different business lines. But since this is the only one business line here, this option is not available. Then we have a calendar icon with effective and expiration dates. These dates are outdated for me, so let's change them together. Simply click this a calendar icon and select the needed date. Once you change the effective date, expiration date changes automatically. We are okay with this, so we just click save. And now I want to check the information from my Accord form. For this, I click to this Insured tab to the left of the main call request right here. And then I get redirected to general questionnaire section. So this general questionnaire section is associated with questions for workers' compensation. And you can see that some areas are already filled in. So they are basically, this is the information that I had in my Accord form. So I can manage this data if it's needed. And I can see we have one question. Just give me a moment. I want to quickly check it. Marilyn is asking, is this new feature easier than using the Appulate uplink dropdown from our agency management system? I believe this is something that depends on your personal workflow. If you used to work with your AMS and upload forms right from AMS to Appulate uplink to Appulate account, yeah, Appulate uplink is still available, so you can also utilize it. This button mostly useful for agencies who like uploading forms right through their computers. But yeah, if you work through AMS, I believe Appulate uplink is the option. And yeah, Marilyn, please let me know if you'd like me to go back to this point and show you how we can upload forms through through Appulate uplink. Yeah, because we've skipped this part, and if it's something that is needed, we can also cover it. All right, let's move on to to the questionnaire. So as I already mentioned, this information can be edited. You can make some changes. You can add some additional information. And what else great that we have here is that you can ask your insured complete some questions for you, and all this information will be saved in your Appulate account. We have this Ask Insured button. It is located in the upper right-hand corner here, and you can use it just to send questions to your insured. Once you click this button, you get redirected to this page where the system asks you to provide information about the recipient. So let's do it together. So that's going to be my insured testing email address. And then you move on to the next page where we can select questions that we want to send to the client. You can see that we have different sections, and by default, all of these sections are selected, meaning that if you proceed with this view, all of the questions will be sent to your insured. But let's imagine you don't want to make them feel confused, yeah, and you want just to separate the sections, yeah, or just select specific questions. You can also do that. Simply click this select all button to deselect these sections, and expand the list to select only the questions that you want to send. For example, I want to send a detailed description, and maybe I want also to send some underwriting questions. So I include the whole section. Once I selected the questions, I move on to the next page that generates an email, and this email will be sent to my insured. You can see the insured email address is listed here already. We don't need to change it. We don't need to add this. So below we also have the section for your additional documents. For example, if you want to attach something, you can do it. Simply click this upload file button and upload something from your computer. And below we have a body part. You can manage this body part, but please make sure that this link is included, because this is where your client clicks and they get redirected to the page with these questions. So once these questions are sent, your client receives an email with this link attached, and this link will redirect them to this page. Let me show you the way it will be displayed for your insured. So this link will include the body part, the information about the agency and the agent, and below you can see our questions. So your customer completes this information, fills everything, and then they have the button send. Once it is sent, you just receive email notification on your mailbox saying something like, the questionnaire has just been completed, please check it. You open your Appulate questionnaire section and just check if this data has been provided accurately. And I can see one another question, so give me a moment, I will open it. Marilyn asks, is this an Appulate email system? Some sort of, because we also send email to the customer, but this email contains this link, yeah, and when your customer clicks this link, they get redirected to the page with questions. Let me show you very quickly one more time. So this page will be displayed within your insurance browser. Areas for the questions will be included, and your customer completes these questions, simply clicks send, so they don't need to send you another email. They just click send button here, and you receive a notification. It's auto automatic email that notifies you that this questionnaire has just been completed, and you go to your Appulate account to this general questionnaire section and check this data. So let me show you very quickly where exactly you need to go to check this data. So this is the tab Insured, the general questionnaire about your business line and within the school request, and you scroll, and then when you check the areas within the questionnaire, these questions, if they has been completed by your customer, they will be displayed for you here. Please let me know if I was able to address your question or if you want me to dive into some other details. And yeah, while I'm waiting for other questions, let's just move on. So let's imagine we've collected all the information and we are ready to move on with our core request itself and markets. So we click the core request button, and this is the area where we start selecting markets. Something that I believe most of you already tried, but just in case. We have this Find Markets button. We click on it to select markets per this core request. And this list of market will be associated with this particular business line, workers' compensation. So let's imagine that if it is another business line, auto commercial, or let's say general liability, the list of markets might be different. And the first section is My Markets. So these are your favorite markets, markets that have been added to your favorite list. And speaking about favorite list, let me oh, just one moment. I will stop to take a look at the question one more time. Marilyn asks, how would I receive notification? Do I have to keep Appulate open at the times and proactively just look back? How do we send a reminder? So that's a good question. You don't need to like sit and track whether you received the information or not. Yeah, you will receive a notification on your mailbox once the client provides you the questions. This is something that is automatically switched on already, and you can check it. But just in case, you can check if this is switched on in your email notifications within your profile. Let me show you the place where you can do it. Simply click your agent's profile name in the upper right hand corner here, and below you will be redirected to your profile page. And this is email notification section. So to make sure, just check this list. If everything is checked for you, so you will definitely receive a notification. And speaking about a reminder, this is something when I recommend checking on yourself, since we don't have like a direct button to send a reminder to the customer. You can just once you work with the questionnaire, just simply check if you see any updates or if you haven't received any email notifications on your mailbox saying that this questionnaire has been completed. Simply send this to your customer one more time. Yeah, so I hope I was able to address this question, but please let me know if you have any other ones. And let's move on back to our market. So as I've already mentioned, the first section, My Markets, this is the list of your favorite markets. And if you don't have anything in this list, you have an area where you can add and create your selected markets in your account. If you have an admin role in your account, you can go to this Markets tab, Markets button on the toolbar, and select the page available. So within this page, you will have an access to all markets that we have in the system. You will see them in the list. And here you can search for your market. For example, I want to add my testing market. Let's check if it is in the list. And when I want to add it as a favorite one, I just simply click this plus button and it disappears from this list, but it goes to the selected page here. So we can go here and check if this market was added to my list, and you can see it's here. Yeah, and this is your favorite list, selected markets located under the markets box. So this is the way you can work with markets, but let's move on to them and take a look on different submissions. Below, in this list, we have the list of open brokerage markets. Open brokerage markets, these are our partners, and if you are not appointed with them, you can get a quote. But further, if you like to bind these markets as the majority of other ones, also request to have a direct appointment with them. So this case works only for getting quotes. And if you think that it's something that might be interesting for you, feel free to use them. And below is all other markets that are also can provide you with quotes for workers' compensation or any other business line. But please make sure that you have direct appointments with these markets if you select them per this call request. And I'm going to select 3 different markets just to show you different types of submissions that are available for you as premium customers. Just a moment, and once you've selected them, feel free to click this Add 3 Markets. They will be displayed for you here. And oops, it seems that that's the wrong one, so let me remove this market. This is also another useful button. 3-dot menu option allows you to remove the market before your submission. If you haven't submitted yet, you can remove it simply by clicking 2 times and this market will disappear. Okay, and this is the market that I wanted to use. You can see that 3 of these markets, they have different icons to the left of their names. And I can see one question, just give me a moment and I will, all right. Melissa is asking if we already have a sub app completed, can we just upload that? Melissa, can you please let me know if you are referring to supplementals? If so, we have an option to upload supplementals right through Appulate Uplink now. This is a kind of new functionality that has been released recently. Now you have an option only not upload not only Accord forms but supplementals documents as well. So yeah, you can try it right through Appulate Uplink. Okay, yeah, and another question is about the only market that shows up for me is Arrowhead. Melissa, if you'd like to work with other markets and you want to add them as your selected ones, let's connect after this training for a one-on-one session, and I will be happy to take a look to your specific case together with you. Okay, and let's move on. So we've stopped here with these 3 different icons to the left of the market's name. They have different icons because they have different types of submissions. And this is where I also wanted to dive deep a little bit together with you. This information, like a hint page, you can find this under the help button within the main toolbar. And this is the section that is called submission matrix. So let's go here to take a look on different markets that we have in the system. You can see they are listed in the left column here. And the line above, these are different abbreviations of business lines and packages these markets may work with. And you can see that we have some even more icons that also mean different styles of submissions. You can see that some markets will be marked for you with this orange clover icon. These are open brokerage markets. We've already talked about them a little bit. So these are markets that can provide you with a quote without having a direct appointment with them. But further, if you want to have a binding with them, you can simply connect with this market to request a direct appointment, because this is something that the majority of markets request. Then we also have another clover icon, which is colored with green, and this is Appulate style of submission. Appulate style of submission is for markets that are also partners with Appulate. They use Appulate as their own system, and depending on underwriter's preferences, they may provide you with a quote and replies upon your submission right within the system or via email. It's just depends on how underwriter prefers to communicate with their agents. And sometimes you may notice this green clover icon plus this lightning bolt. This is what we call instant style of submission. Let me show you some examples a little bit below. Like we have it with Dual. You can see clover icon plus this lightning bolt. This is when you get immediate replies upon your quote request in your Appulate account. This is because we use an API technology with this markets servers, and you get a real quote right after the submission, whether it is in case it is accepted. Yeah. So if data has been provided with some discrepancies, yeah, most probably the replies will be declined depending on the market's appetite. Okay. And we also have a globe icon. This is what we call web link style of submission. And this is something that is also available for you as a premium customers. And we already have some markets that we built a mapping with their websites, and they can we can breach your information and complete it right within the carrier's website portals for you. If you don't see this globe icon market with this globe icon in your selected list, yeah, or maybe you don't see the market that you want to see with this type of submission, this is also something possible for us to add this market to your Appulate account, so you could start working with now with this particular type of submission. But one important note here is that this option requires an HTML coding, so the request might take several months. Yeah, but let me dive into different types of data that we can breach, because you can see that we have different number of boxes here. So if you see that market has this globe icon and one box next to it, we call it web link logging. This is when Appulate fills in only your login information when you get redirected to the carrier's website portal. If you see two boxes, it means that Appulate will fill in your general information, something about the agent or agency itself. Plus, login information also will be included. If you see three boxes next to the market, we will complete accord information for you. So something general associated with your particular business line. And we also have four boxes. This is WebLink Comprehensive. This is when we also breach market's default questionnaire. And you can see that one of the most popular one is Weblink Accord. So we have lots of markets that can take this data, this level of data. This list can be filtered. We have two views for those who want to work with personal lines. You can filter it here. And we also have commercial lines. And one another neat and useful button here is that you can simply download it on your computer, yeah, and share with your colleagues. So this is how we work with submission metrics. Can you please let me know if you have any questions? And if you have them, let's address them just right now so we could move on further. And if you don't have, just simply also let me know that you don't have any questions. All right, it seems that we are good here. Let's move on to the request for quote itself. So another submission type that is also available for you will be marked with this email icon. And this is simply when we send email, but we do it through Appulate. If you want to submit through Appulate with email style of submission and you don't see your market in our system, you can also send us a request and we will be happy to add this market to your account. I will just quickly show you the way you can work with this type of request. So once you click the start quote, you get redirected to the questionnaire, market specific questionnaire section. Again, we have this Ask Insured button. You can click on it and send some questions to your customer so they could complete it for you. And below, we also have this request quote. It's for situation when you're ready to submit. So let's click on it. And then you have this email template. Once the information about your recipient is specified, underwriter specifically for this case, and you can see that some additional documents that might be needed for your future submission also included. If you don't see, if you don't think that they are needed, you can just deselect them here. And when you're ready, you can send it to your underwriter. One another useful button here is that you can schedule your submission when you submit with email style. We have the schedule submission button, and this works pretty neat for cases when underwriters have specific, not underwriters, but carriers have specific time slots on when they're ready to accept your submissions. So you can specify the time slot, and once it is the time, the system just sends everything for you and you don't need to log into your Appulate or control it within your mailbox. You will just receive a notification on your mailbox notifying you that the system has just sent your submission for you. And yeah, you can simply save you some time, take a coffee break and relax. So something that's also very neat in terms of timing. This is the way we work with email styles of submissions. Then below, we also have a web link style of submission. And this market accepts your Accord form data. So let's take a look the way it works. We click Start Quote button, and as I already mentioned, since we have three boxes, we can bypass this market-specific information because Appulate will not bridge it to the carrier's portal in this case. But if you work with the market who has four boxes next to it, please fill in this information because Appulate will do everything for you. When you're ready to send, just click request quote, and then the system takes few seconds to get you redirected to the carrier's website portal. Um, Give the system some time to upload your data, and you can see that my login details has just been filled in. In this particular case with this market, I need to click new submission, but it may work differently from market to market because they have different portals, different buttons. So from my experience, some markets have something like start a new quote or something like this. Yeah. This is the general information. Appulate also completed everything for us. We move on by clicking this create applicant, and then we get redirected to the general information page. So you can see that this kind of data also has been populated. If you see some gaps here in some required questions, this is just because I didn't have them in my Appulate account. But as long as you completed everything on your end, Appulate will breach everything for you. So imagine that you want to submit to several carriers with this style of submission. You complete the information only once, and then Appulate populates it within different websites, portals for you. And I have one question, so let me expand my list. So the question from Marilyn, are you at the carrier website for this example? Yes, this is my mm, testing logging in this particular carrier Atlas. Yeah, but let's imagine that you work with the different with another carrier. It will have the same logic for you, Marilyn, whether it is, let's say, Hartford or employers. Yeah, like any market that has this web link style of submission globe icon with at least 3 boxes next to the globe. Yeah, it means that Appulate will breach your general questions in Appulate. And if you see 4 boxes, Appulate will also complete market specific questions for you. So yeah, if you just in case have several similar markets, I mean, with the similar type of submission, you simply can click one button or maybe few buttons, and all other work will be completed by Appulate. It really good in terms of timing. It saves you a bunch of time, and instead of spending about an hour or I don't know, minutes for completing the same information within different carriers website portals, you can just click submission, start submission within Appulate, and Appulate will populate everything for you. But yeah, as I already mentioned, please make sure that the required questions are completed in Appulate, because if they are not completed, we won't be able to populate it in the carriers portal. You can see that, like, I have number 3 here with no answer, but this is a required question. This is just because it hasn't been answered in my Appulate account. Yeah, so this is the way you can work with web link style of submission. If we are good so far, let's move on to the next style of submission, but I will give you um, some timing just to ask me questions regarding these submissions if you have them. If you don't have any questions, also let me know and we will move on further. All right, it seems that no questions so far. Last type of submission that I wanted to show you is an instant style of submission. Green clover. All right, we have one question. All right, let's take a look. How do I make a change to my submission? This is the question from Marilyn. So that's yeah, that's a good question. If you want to make a change, um, any changes. This is something that you need to do within the Insurate tab here, the main questionnaire section. And once you edited the information, you simply go back to the quote requests to your carrier page and click this three-dot menu button, and then you click this option start a new quote. Then the system get redirected you to the carrier's portal one more time, and you will see how Appulate re populate all the data for you. So it also doesn't take much time because you already completed the majority of information, and you also have an option to ask your insured to complete some questions for you. Yeah, and when you just simply make the changes, click this button and click start quote, and Appulate will breach everything for you. Okay, let's move on to the instant style of submission. A green clover icon and the lightning bolt together. Steps are the same, just click start quote. Then you get redirected to the market-specific questionnaire section. And here you may see some red numbers. So these numbers are for required questions, and these questions have to be answered in order to move on with your request. In this questionnaire, they will be marked with the red asterisks. You can ask the system to show you these questions only. We have this button, show required questions only. And then you will see these questions below. Let's quickly complete this information together just to see the way it works. Then we move on to the questionnaire section. We also have this button, mark all yes or mark all no, something that saves you a few seconds. So let's complete this information. And once everything is completed, you can click this request quote. And now my fingers are crossed so the system could accept. All right. So the logic is that you can see that in this case, the system declined my submission, but you can see the logic is that you get immediate reply upon your submission. Whether it is approved or whether it is declined, you will see it right after the submission. I will give it a try together with you just to see um, what might be wrong from my end, because I guess this is something that I skipped um, in terms of appetite. All right. No idea, to be honest, but let's give it a try. All right, no luck. But let me also tell you on what will be in the best scenario. In the best scenario, you see a accepted status or even quote prepared. Yes, the status will be quote prepared, and your quote will be displayed right under the market's name. So let me very quickly show you the way it will be displayed in case you have a form. So I will upload a quote, excuse me. Yeah, I will upload a quote for this particular case from my computer. And this is something that you can also do with other types of submission, for example, web link and email, because quotes are sent back to your mailboxes or carriers portals because you submit being outside of the system. And when you want to share these results with your insured through Appulate, you need to upload them to your Appulate account. Once you upload them, you get redirected to this page, quote markup. You can see that example of your quote is listed to the left. And here you can specify the billing plan. And we have some gaps that also need to be filled in, but we have this recognize with AI button. This is also one of the recent releases. You can click this button um, to ask the system identify the needed information for you. So let's click continue, and you will see the main details will be listed here below. But since this is an AI and this is a kind of new feature, I always ask you to double check the information, whether it is accurate or not. Yeah, and if you notice any discrepancies, also please free to let us know, and our support team will dive into the reasons. So next page is the quote details. You can also work with this information, and once it is good, you just simply click send, save, and your quote is uploaded below your market. Now, when you have your quote and you're ready to share it with the insured, you can do it one by one by clicking this share with insured button. But let's imagine that I have several quotes with different markets from this list. And for example, I will also very quickly, I will upload another quote, just an example, so you could see the way we can share several quotes at once. I will just repeat the steps that we've discussed together few seconds ago. And we have the page that is called compare quotes. Within this page, you can send all your quotes to the insured in one email. So for this, simply click select all, and then we have this share with insured button. So we click on it, and then we specify the insured email address, and then we click continue. Then Appulate sends an email, and steps are simply the same as it was with Ask Insured button. So you can see that quotes are included. The body part is here. You can change it. Please make sure that this link is attached, because this is where your customer clicks to review your quotes. And once you also once the customer receives this email address, they get redirected to a separate Appulate page. It will look like this, and you can see for your customer it will be displayed like a menu list. I like to compare it with something like menu in a restaurant, and you can see that this page provides different views about different quotes. Premium estimated is included. Yeah, effective expiration dates and all other important details will be listed. And quotes are here. Plus, your customer also will be able to check questionnaire. So this is another neat and time-saving method on how you can share quotes with your client. This is the main process on how you can submit. And before you move on with the binding, some options are also available for you. They are located under this triple lines menu button. And one of the forms that one of the features that I wanted to highlight today is called forms. Within this page, I know that some of you really like this feature, but for those who hasn't worked with this, I think we can cover it as well. So within this page, you can work with a variety of forms that might be needed for you for your submission. You can see that I have some basic ones like 125, 130, but I also have market-specific supplementals for ACE and Atlas. So these supplementals becomes available for me once I add this market to my core request. So let me quickly demonstrate you the way you can do so. So once you select your market, for example, I want to add state fund first. When I add this market, I go to the forms page, and the system automatically attached all forms that will be associated with this market and this market's partners. So you can see Berkshire is also here. If you don't see the needed supplemental in this list, you can expand it by clicking this view additional forms and search for something that also you'd like to add to your submission. But what else is great here is that you can make changes within these forms right through this page. For this, select the needed form by clicking the checkbox to the left of its name, and then click the pencil icon. This option is also available in case you want to work with several forms at once. You can select as many forms as you want and then click Edit button. Then the system opens a questionnaire section, and this questionnaire section will contain uh, only questions that will be included in all these uh, three forms, yeah, 125, 130, and Atlas. You can work with them right within this questionnaire, or we have something that might look neater for you. So we call it an line editor, and you can see it looks like the traditional accord form. And if you will scroll a little bit down, you will get access to, not down, but right in this drop down, you can get access to all other forums that you want to add it here. And what is great here, so when you work with the general information that might be included in other different Accord forms, for example, I want to add a carrier information. This information will be automatically populated in all other forms. Yeah, so for example, let's go to Accord 130 and see if this information has been provided. So it's here, and this is something that saves you a bunch of time. You can even save you some time by sending this form to the customer. Um, so this is the way we work with forms. And I will just pause for a few seconds to give you a chance to ask some questions if you have them. If you don't have any questions, also please let me know so we could move on further, because we have another feature that I also want to highlight today. All right. Oh, okay. I can see one question. Um, all right. Um, Question from Marilyn. How do we keep the form to update in subsequent years? Um, so, Marilyn, that's a good question. Let me double check this information, and I will provide you more details in the follow-up email right after this webinar, because I'm afraid this moment I can't provide you with 100% answer. I need to double check this information. Maybe any other questions? If not, I think we can move on. All right. We don't have much time to take a look at something that is already included in your subscription. I mean, in terms of basic features, because you can see under these triple lines menu, we also have loss runs and document. Document works simply in the same way as the forms page. It just helps you to keep your regular documents as well. So if you want to upload something to the system, you can do it within this page. I will show you very quickly. Nothing really different. And I wanted to pay your attention at one new feature that has been released within past few months. And this is something that is available for all of you as a premium customers. So we call it Insured Connect. And Insurance Connect is a special link that you can embed on your website, or you can embed it in your signature, or just simply share it with your insured. And this link collects all the needed data for you and creates an insured record in your Appulate account. So you simply ask your insured to complete the majority of data for you. Um, and let me show you very quickly the way it works. And for this, I need to open another browser tab. So please bear with me, and I apologize for the pause. So I've just generated a link, and we can generate as many links for you as you want. These links will be associated with a different business lines. For example, if you want a specific business line link for a specific business line, or if you want a link for a package, we can also do it for you. In this particular case, I'm going to use a link that by default includes all business lines that we have in the system. So you share this link with your customer, and your customer get redirected to this page, and then they provide general information about their business. For example, let's complete this information together. Some other required fields, and they select a business line here. For example, general ability. When this information is completed for your customer, they click next, and then they get redirected. Okay, email is required. Totally forgot. Once this information is provided by your customer, they get redirected to the section with general information that will be associated with this particular business line. Yes, so we've selected general ability. These questions will be displayed for general ability. So your customer completes this questionnaire for you, and then send everything to your Appulate account. Once everything is provided, they move on to the bottom of this page, and then they click next. Then they have the section where they leave notes for you, and then they just click complete and send. Once the section is provided, you receive an email notification on your mailbox saying that the customer has just sent you an insured record or created an insured record. I don't remember a particular wording. And you go to your Appulate account. Let's refresh the page, and you see a brand new insured record with a new core request included, general ability. This is what our customer has just provided for us. And I can see we have one question here, so let me please open it. Mm, Marilyn asks, can we customize the questionnaire? So by default, the system displays questions that are associated with a particular business line. If you want to customize your question, I believe Ask Insured is the better option for you. So you can send specific questions to your insured. But let me also double check with our engineering team. Maybe we have any updates for this particular feature. And if we have, I will let you know in my follow-up email as well. Yeah, because so far, from what I know, this includes all general questions, and your customer can just skip the ones that they don't think it's necessary to be answered. So yeah, if you think that this is something you want to try, if it's something that might be interesting for you, also feel free to let me know, and I will be happy to connect with you and discuss details and maybe some particular business lines that you want to see, because we create them individually for a specific agent user profile in your account, yeah, and specifically per agency. So yeah, this is the main information I wanted to cover today, and I'm opening a a question section um, to address your questions. All right. Question from Jane. How did you get the Insured Connect? Jane, let's hop on a one-on-one session, and I will explain you everything in details as well once you have a moment, because this is something we create individually. So if you want a specific business line, a link with a business line, we can do it. And no, there is no extra cost. This is something that is already included in your subscription. This is why I really wanted to share it with you, because I believe this is just a great feature, especially if you work with tons of questions, tons of forms. I know it might be painful, so this is why we're here to save you some time. Okay, and another um, question from Jane. Let's schedule after July 8th, please. Sure, Jane, I will connect with you right after this webinar, not the webinar, but training, and we will discuss the details. Yeah, and while we are here all together, let me go back to the page with my email addresses. So if you see, these are my email addresses, but I want to highlight the first one. Feel free to use this email address to connect with me personally, to hop on a one-on-one session, and I will be happy to arrange individual calls together with you. And yeah, if you have any other questions, also please let me know. Marilyn asks if we can set up a sample client. I believe so. Yes. Why not? If you really want to give it a try. Marilyn, I will also connect with you right after this training so we could discuss it together. Uh, and comment from Jane. Please, yeah, Jane. Of course, I will. I will connect with you. All right. All right. And maybe any other questions? All right, I don't see any questions at this moment. I believe since we are running a little bit, I really don't want to hold you here any longer. So let's wrap up, and right after this training session within this working day, I will send you a recording and a email with details of features that we've covered today, plus my personal link will be attached. Feel free to use it to choose the time that works best for you, so we could hop on a one-on-one sessions to discuss your questions individually. Thank you so much, everyone, for your attendance and your interest. And I wish all of you a great end of the week. Just in case for those who already works with me, I'm going to have a vacation within the next week, but after 7th of July, I will be online, so we'll be happy to connect with you. Thank you so much one more time, and have a great day ahead. Goodbye.